Meet Calvin Schwab, a vet who said something crazy for his time back in the 60s, that the health of animals is directly related to our well-being. I mean, it sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Let's rewind a little. The first documented pandemic was the plague of Justinian. At its peak, it's believed to have killed more than 5,000 people a day, maybe even more. The cause? Rats. And if you look at what has been happening more and more recently, one thing is clear. Sick animals mean sick humans. Clearly, Schwab was onto something. And now, in a rapidly changing world where humans encroach further into the wild, his words are more serious than ever and can help us figure out how to stop the next pandemic. To start with, what causes a pandemic in the first place? This guy has the answer. Chris Walzer is a wildlife vet. For the past 30 years, he has studied the
movement of pathogens between wildlife, livestock, pets, and humans.
Every single animal, including us,
Is like a suitcase full of pathogens.
and the Earth is a giant cauldron in which all of us are mixed up together. And by we, I mean
All of us, wildlife, livestock, we're all in this together. All these pathogens are being shared in this cauldron.
that's how it's always been. Thousands of viruses are silently circulating in animals, some of them for centuries. And sometimes a zoonotic spillover happens, which is
The movement of pathogen from an animal to humans.
more than half of the infectious diseases in the world can be linked back to these spillovers. Fortunately, not all the viruses that make the jump to humans infect us. Many others become epidemics and remain confined in one region. However, many viruses remain silently circulating in forests and within livestock. The unfortunate thing is,
We are often creating super cauldrons. Humans are so great at doing really silly things.
like deforestation and land use change,
Encroachment,
industrial livestock production,
live wildlife markets.
all of these bring humans closer to wildlife and the pathogens that tag along. And add to that a rapidly warming planet, and you have ideal conditions for viruses to mutate and spread.
It's like a pot that's brewing on a fire, and we're just providing all these pathogens opportunities to emerge and get new traits.
The worrying thing is that,
No one really knows what's going on in that cauldron.
thankfully, some people are trying to find out.
What's out there?
That's Elise Paeta. For the past 3 years, she has been in Madagascar researching.
What viruses are a part of this really unique ecosystem?
Madagascar has species found nowhere else on the planet, which means there are also unknown pathogens waiting to make the jump. Elise and teams from these organizations capture lemurs and rodents to collect.
Oral swabs, blood samples, serum, fecal samples.
They do this to understand what viruses are lurking around in the forests.
Let's say you're a lemur and you eat some plants and insects, and we take an oral swab from your mouth. We're also finding insect viruses and plant viruses that are not infecting the animal itself, but are just part of the ecosystem.
They found,
Hundreds of viruses.
but nothing that might make the jump to humans.
If something was to happen, we now have this incredible baseline of viral diversity in all these different species to work from.
Viruses are inevitable. Keeping them contained in forests and away from humans is the tougher task. That's not easy, especially for communities that rely on trees and resources from these forests for their livelihood. So this team has helped set up initiatives like these to provide alternate livelihood options. That means communities don't have to chop down trees to be able to afford healthcare.
The more they reduce their deforestation,
The lesser the chances of the viruses making the jump. And that means
there's this interconnection between human, animal, and environmental health.
just like our man Calvin said all those years back. Today, his philosophy is known as
One Health.
One Health.
One Health.
This concept has been part of many indigenous cultures who have understood
For hundreds, if not thousands of years, that we can't separate ourselves from nature.
we now know that the best way, always, to prevent a pandemic lies in preventing deforestation, protecting ecosystems,
Addressing the sale of live wild birds and mammals,
making livestock production safer,
making sure that we improve the health of communities living in high-risk areas or spillovers.
This multifaceted approach is a big part of the WHO's pandemic agreement, which was adopted by countries around the world in early 2025.
Now actually the real work begins.
It's time for us to start thinking of how we can live in harmony with our planet.
And if we decide that we want to, as a species, move in the right direction, we can have a world in which people are prospering as well as the planet.
If you like this video, please subscribe to Mongabay for more. If you have any story ideas or tips, please write to us and we would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.